Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today we're going to look at the taroscopes for the month of September for the sign of Sagittarius. And we're going to be using the Tarot of the Spirit deck to do the reading. But before we get there, we'll take a look at a little bit about the astrology for Sagittarius this month. Of course, the sun is in Virgo and Libra. So for Sagittarius, that is your 10th house and your 11th house. So your house of career and your house of friends. We have a new moon in the sign of Virgo that is occurring on the 6th of September. That will be falling in your house of career. So new career opportunities perhaps. That particular new moon is very powerfully placed with a almost exact, within a minute, trine to Uranus. Later in the day, that the trine to the sun becomes exact. That is a creative, self-expressive trine, and it is a trine that opens you up to change in a big way. So there can be a lot of change for Sag in your work that you do. But it also is based on what you already know. So what have you learned? What wisdom do you have to share? Very, very powerful time for Sagittarius. We also have a full moon in the sign of Pisces that is activating the 10th and 4th house of the chart for Sagittarius. So issues with home and the inside and outside your home and your career, issues with parents, awareness around how you were raised, things like that. Awareness around healing that is necessary in balancing between home and family and your career. So those are all kinds of things that will come up for you. The ruling planet of Sagittarius, of course, is Jupiter. Jupiter is now in Aquarius, and so this is Sagittarius' sort of vision is much more on the humanitarian spectrum. So you are spending time thinking about how you can help for the collective good. So exciting times for Sagittarius. Okay, let's take a look at your reading. Okay, I'm just trying to get a really good shuffle here. Let's do the cut. Making the cut. Okay. Oops. Making the cut and I can't get it back together. Oh well. We start with the 8 of water. This is called still water. You have spent a lot of time doing a thing, putting a lot of energy, putting a lot of effort, a lot of emotional, a lot of feeling into it, but it is not fulfilling you. There is something about your emotional relationships or your emotional relationship to something that you have been endeavoring to do for a long time that is no longer fulfilling for you. And it is time to follow that which is most spiritually fulfilling for you, even though it can be a little bit scary. What's challenging that? We have the Hierophant. You know, the Hierophant is traditional things, right? And so it is very well could be that you've been doing this thing for so long because it's what's expected of you. It is a traditional way of doing it. And that tradition is actually the thing that's getting in the way for you, right? Just because you've done it for so long doesn't mean that you need to continue to do it. You can do something else here. In fact, the untraditional is more likely to give you the a feeling of fulfillment. Let's see what's in this. Let's see what's at the root. We have the brother of earth. This is at the root is that there's a financial comfort. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you want to see the seeds come to fruition. You can still do that, but you don't have to continue to do the same thing that you're doing. Because just because she did it before, you've planted the seeds, you've created the foundation that you need. You do have a stable foundation for this if you want to change course here. And usually Sagittarius is pretty cool with changing course. But this is something that you're emotionally attached to. So it's a little bit harder. In the past, we have the devil. These are the things that have trapped you. These are the things that hold you down. But you're a willing participant in this. This can be addictions, and the like. And so you know what you're addicted to. You know the things that have held you back. You're completely aware of that. Interesting. In the sky, we have the Eye of Fire, the Nine of Fire. This is actually a Sagittarius card. This is about seeing above it all. This is the big picture. The big picture is available to you. You know, you've climbed many a mountain in many lifetimes, Sagittarius. Do you have to climb another mountain to see the perception that you need to see? Not necessarily. You just need to utilize this. Utilize this. Immediate future. Find your guiding star. If something is not fulfilling for you, it's time for you to look for that which is. How it's seen from the outside, the Five of Fire, it's hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's hot and it's sweaty work. It is a struggle. There's fighting, but the fighting comes if you are attracting these people who are picking fights with you. It's your own inner self trying to fight your way out of the paper bag or the plastic bag or the cement box that you've put yourself in. Yeah, it's you. You're trying to free yourself. Your domestic situation is not necessarily going to be good for you. It's not going to be a place where you're going to get information that's helpful to you. This is everybody has an opinion, especially when you want to do something out of the ordinary. If you've spent a lot of time doing something and all of a sudden you're like, well, this isn't fulfilling. People are like, since when do you to do what you have to do? Be fulfilling. It's like the old people, which of course could be me, I guess, because I'm old, who say to the young people, what do you mean you don't want to do anything you like? You don't want to spend your time doing things you don't like. I did plenty of stuff I didn't like, and I'm fine. But are they really fine? Are they really fine? So people are going to have a lot of opinions about what you want. And what you need to do. You need to follow your own guiding star, guys. Hope and fears death. Change. Fearing change. Fearing the death of the old. You know, even if it's a bad situation, it's one you understand and you know. Although you Sagittarius are pretty adventurous, so this isn't as hard as it is for a lot of people. The end of the road here is the great work. You need to free yourself so you can do the work that you want to do. The great work that you're here to do. See if we can pick a... So we get the Tower as the next card coming up to see if we could get a major arcana. This says to me, if you are true to yourself, you will be fine. If you are not true to yourself, you will have a Tower moment. You will have a Tower moment. Underneath it all is the Hanged Man. the Brother of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Fire, which is the Courage card. So this speaks of connecting with cosmic consciousness. So if you know that you're not happy with what you're doing, but you don't know what would make you happy, what would be spiritually fulfilling, you need to meditate on it. You need to connect with cosmic consciousness to know. Of course, this is the Star card is the immediate future. So it's telling you again, look within for your answers, Sagittarius. Look within for your answers. Don't listen to the people that you live with. Don't listen to them. They have an investment in the decisions that you make. And while they may love you, really you know what's best for you. But you have to be willing to look if you want to have any fulfillment. Okay. Let's see what the Spirit of the Wheel says for Sagittarius. This is a deck of, it is an oracle deck, and it is created by Linda Iwashina. I got this in Oregon back in 2012. I went into a bookstore. I had a book fly off the shelf and hit me in the head, which happens, when you have to do that. But it wasn't this. It was initiation. It was about doing the wheel of initiation. I've always thought about maybe doing a little bit of that in a video class. We'll see. I have so much. Again, I'm not a Sag, but there's a lot of details I have to work out before I can go there. Okay, let's see. What does the Spirit of the Wheel have to say for Sag? Okay. Ripe Berries Moon, life lessons, victory, and courage. We have 2 courage cards, right? Okay. 23. Small print. I must take off the glasses. Okay. Whoops. Ripe Berry Moon, July 23rd to August 22nd. So this is Cancer. Survival is the theme of the Ripe Berries Moon. No matter what hardships life have recently handed you, this moon signals victory over adversity. Past issues resurface because Spirit knows you are now equipped to deal with it. Truth avoided only resurfaces at a later time. Confront the lessons and release the burdens that stand in the way of your personal fulfillment. Well, didn't I just say that? Those born under the Ripe Berries Moon have a very strong masculine approach, which comes across as incredible strength and stamina. Actually, July 23rd to August 22nd is not Cancer, it's Leo. I should know that. Leo, this is Leo. The moon encourages to explore your softer feminine side deep within and bring your emotions to the surface. Face them with an open, nurturing heart and express them with the strength and stability of the Ripe Berries Moon influence. When you find this balance, you will feel an emotional calm and be able to hear the voices of your intuition. You will have the strength and the courage to accept an abundant life for yourself. Set an example to others who look up to you. Owning your own power comes from accepting and creating abundance through gentle perseverance and strength of will. Okay, so let's take a look at the tower. No. The Crystal Ally cards. My mind was working faster than my mouth, and I had to slow down my head so that my mouth could catch up. This is a deck. It's called the Evolution Edition. It is done by a woman named Naisha Ashian, although she has changed her name after this book was re-edited. I mean, re-put out. She is now Samaya Aster, Samaya, Aster. I'll put it in the descriptor. It's a great book. It's a great deck. It is organized by elements: air, fire, earth, water, and a fifth element called storm. The storm element is about transformation. The water element is about feelings, emotions. The fire is about intuition and creativity. Earth is about practical matters and manifestation. And air is about mental balance and thinking and learning and such. So we will see. We're going to just pick one and see what comes up for Sagittarius. Okay, just give me a moment here. Okay. Initiation, Phoenicight. This is a storm element card, so it is about transformation, Sagittarius. Big transformation. Okay. It is the chakras, the crown, and the soul heart, or the soul star chakra. I now trust, this is your affirmation, I now trust in all I have learned and make my own empowered choices. When Phoenicight appears in your cards, you can be sure that an initiatory experience will soon follow. It's interesting because September as a vibration is a 14-5 vibration, and that is the Temperance card, which is the card of initiation. It is the path of the mystic. You, Sagittarius, are mystics. Phoenicight is signaling that the time of storm is approaching. You will be tested by the elements of your life, and you may be asked to sacrifice those things that are keeping you from moving forward. Initiation requires you to call upon what you have already learned from your journey to successfully navigate the test that you will face. It is important to realize that you have already learned all that you need to know to move through this time of testing. You need to call your wisdom and knowledge forth and make the right choices at this time. You will take a test. When you take a test, the teacher doesn't sit next to you and give you the answers. It is the same on the spiritual level. This is a test you have set up for yourself as a signpost on your spiritual path. You need to walk the path alone, and you need to undergo this initiation alone. You will not receive a lot of answers from outside sources, right? Don't listen to the people you live with, right? It may be difficult for you to turn into guidance from spirit. You are being encouraged to delve into your own heart and soul and rely on what you know is true for you. Make your choices and decisions now from a place of personal power instead of seeking for outside answers. This ally signals a time of awakening, of changing from chrysalis to butterfly. You can no longer claim the ignorance of a child when answering for your creations. You are being asked to take responsibility as an adult for all that you are experiencing, and in doing so, acknowledging your power to create the life for which you are destined. Now is the time to involve the energy of Phoenicight in preparation for your initiation into a new role that the universe has in store for you. The storm is here, guys. Saggies. You know what to do. It'll be amazing. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. Have a great September. It looks like it's going to be yet another interesting month for our little centaurs. Know that you are loved and that you are supported through all the changes that you are going through and that we're all going through. Much love. Namaste. I honor your courage. Take care.